Okay, we have data collected on students' preferences towards salads, and here we see it in the table. So, as part of the study into healthy lifestyles, Jin recorded a person's position in the university and how frequently they ate salad. The results are shown here. State the null hypothesis. So,
salad is independent of the person's position in the university.
Choice of salad. So there are two variables given in this question. There is what type of salad they chose, or how frequently. It's frequency of salad. So we have frequency of salad, and we have a person's position in university. So a person's position in university. Now, you can only use, I will mark it wrong if you use affects is not affected by any other wording than is independent of
how many salads are you frequency?
This black phrase on your null hypothesis must be used. No other wording is accepted. Is independent of how frequently they ate salad. So in the question, you're given two variables. We must show the relationship between these two variables. This is the chi-squared test for independence. It is only testing for independence. So the null hypothesis has to be that it is independent of. If you're asked for the alternate hypothesis, the only phrasing you can use is not independent of. There is no other phrasing allowed. B. Calculate the p-value for the test. So this usually you guys do well. Let's have a look on this one. So we have to start off by creating a
Matrix.
Why is that not sitting in the right place? We have to create off our matrix. So we press here on the calculator. We pull up our matrix.
711.
And we need to see how many rows and columns. This has 3 columns and 2 rows. So we have 2 rows, tab, and 3 columns. It creates the matrix that is. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm so used to there being totals. I read that forward. Yeah. Sorry. Absolutely right. No. This is greater than 4, and this is staff and administration. So yeah, we need this data.
4 and 3.
So we need 3 and 4.
That's very tense.
Come on, calculator. Don't mess me up.
So, sir, if that's a total, then we would ignore it, right?
Yeah, if those were totals, we would ignore them when we're creating our matrix. So let's type the data in. 45 tab, 26 tab, 18 tab, 6 tab, 15 tab, 8 tab, 5 tab, 12 tab, 16 tab, 13 tab, 10 tab, 6. We want to store this. We press Control and Store, and we can store it in the variable A, and we store the matrix. We now need to do the chi-squared test. So we go Menu, Statistics, Stat Tests, chi-squared test, the two-way test for independence, number 8. We put the matrix in. We click OK. and we get our answers.
0.0.
So we're asked to calculate the p-value. The p-value is equal to 0.0201. Three significant figures always.
It's less than
0.0201. State giving a reason for the null hypothesis to be accepted, or whether the null hypothesis should be accepted. Now, when you're doing the conclusion to a hypothesis test, it must always start with an inequality. You must compare the p-value to the significance level, or you compare chi-squared count to the critical value. To the critical value.
So 0.0201
So,
is less than.
0.0201, the p-value, is less than the significance level. What is the significance level?
0.05.
0.05. This number is less than that one. It implies that the p-value is less than the significance level.
So there is no sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis.
So your conclusion always starts with an inequality. We compare the numbers. Don't just say p-value is less than significance level, because you'll get no points for the whole answer to this. If you don't have that inequality of 0.021 is less than 0.05, you will get no points for this question, even if everything else that you write is correct.
What if you write 2% and 5%?
I wouldn't, but that I would have to have a grey area on that one, because that is 2%, the other one is 5%. I'd like to see them converted, but yeah, I think I would probably go ooh, and then really think about it for a while, and maybe award the point.
Okay.
Yeah, that's examiner discretion. Fine. What does this imply?
There is no sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis.
Yeah.
Therefore, content of H is true.
So what does it mean if the p-value is low?
I thought
So wait, are we wrong?
I think it's a.
P-value is low, reject the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is
Yeah.
to reject.
Yeah, we accept this evidence to reject.
Yeah,
No, you're,
There is you reject.
you reject it.
Yeah,
When
we
you say there's insufficient evidence to accept, it's either going to be insufficient evidence to accept or sufficient evidence to accept.
There's always insufficient evidence.
Are we ready?
There are only two accepted answers here on this one. Maya, what are the two possible acceptable answers?
P-value is larger.
Are you called Maya?
Oh, sorry. I actually didn't hear the name. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
There is insufficient evidence to accept the null hypothesis, or there is sufficient evidence to accept the null hypothesis.
There is insufficient evidence to accept, or there is
Oh wait, like the two options are like.
there is sufficient evidence.
I thought you're right. There is.
Sorry, let me pause and think.
it's rejected. It's rejected. Insufficient evidence to reject.
No, you either reject the null hypothesis or you fail to reject.
Yeah,
Very-
So we should have rejected
Yeah.
it.
You so this isn't right.
There is sufficient evidence.
To reject or just there is evidence to reject.
You have two possibilities. You either
There is either sufficient evidence to reject or insufficient evidence to reject.
You're either going to reject or fail to reject.
You're gonna get what?
So you see, but this is a yes, but then.
How do I spell reject?
No,
With a null hypothesis, you either reject or you fail to reject.
Yeah.
So here, when the P is ho, reject the ho. When the P is low, reject the ho, which means there is sufficient evidence to reject.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is sufficient evidence to reject. There is either sufficient evidence to reject
Or in the
or there is insufficient evidence to
Reject.
reject.
There's sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis, or there's insufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis.
You don't even think about accepting.
Never accept.
Never.
Always
There is sufficient evidence to reject
You think about accepting.
the null hypothesis. There is sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis. What does that mean? What does that mean? A person's position in university is not independent of how frequently they ate salad.
So, sir, when we're talking about null hypothesis, we can never use accept and dependent. We always have to use.
Never use accept independent.
We have to use independent and reject.
You have to use independent of, that's why it's called the chi-square test for independence. A person's position in uni is not independent of frequency, of how frequently they eat salad. How frequently they eat salad.